Latterman is reuniting for 2 shows in December. In an email with Punknews, the band confirmed that they will be playing at least 2 reunion shows this winter. The shows will take place at Maxwell's in Hoboken, New Jersey on December 1st, and then at the Bell House in Brooklyn on December 4th. Tickets for both shows are available online. Additionally, No Idea Records has announced that they will reissue all 3 of the band's records on vinyl later this year. So following the dissolution of Latterman, the members went on to play in a number of bands, including Bridge and Tunnel, Iron Chic, Laura Stevenson and the Cans, Shorebirds, Mutoid Men, Reviver, and others. Their last full length, I can't even talk. Yeah, I know. We Are Still Alive was released in 2006, and the collective punk news community still goes apeshit about it. So there we go. Latterman's getting back together. Should I care, Justin?
I mean, it's pretty cool, like, especially considering how they didn't really end the band, like they're kind of one of those bands where you kind of expected, oh, it's going to be our last show and we're going to play this huge thing and it's going to be a blowout. And instead, it seems like they all just kind of were like, I'm out of here. And it took us kind of digging around to finally get a statement from one of them, not the whole group, but from one of them saying that they were not a band. So, I think it'll be cool for everybody. They're definitely a band who is far, far more popular now than they were then. And their legacy is far bigger than their impact, which is common with, those kinds of bands. But it'll be interesting. I'll be interested to see how the Philadelphia show goes.
Rich?
I'm really into the 3/4 neck handkerchief look that they got going on. I want to know why the one holdout's there. The dude right in the middle, not wearing the neck handkerchief. I don't know what, if that was his one holdout on the collective bargaining.
Who is it?
Latterman.
Is it the one who looks like Ian MacKaye? Oh, no, it's Pat. No.
That's why the band broke up.
He was like...
No neckerchief.
No neckerchief, guys. And they're like, fuck you. If you can't hold up a fucking stagecoach after this show, we don't want you in the band. If you're not ready to keep dust particles out of your mouth in case of a windstorm, you're not good enough. I'm excited. I like Latterman. I think they're a good band. I think they're one of those bands who people are way more into now, like Justin said, than they were 7 years ago. Though I'm going to take a statement that Justin had said, I think it was actually in regards to Hot Water Music, but Latterman is one of the bands where I am absolutely satisfied with, excuse me, with the post-Latterman material. Like, I'm if they get together and they play some shows or they record again, that's awesome. I'm into it. But, between bands like Bridge and Tunnel and Iron Chic, Shorebirds, and then kind of also Reviver to a degree, I've been thrilled with post-Latterman bands, and so I'm excited to see them get back together, but I have no qualms if, it just turns out they want to keep doing those other bands as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's interesting because I don't think anybody really ever debated that these guys who obviously continued to be friends because their bands played shows together would eventually play another show, at least one, whether it's, in New York or the Fest or whatever. What I think has been interesting is the response from people, because as some people might know, this has been rumored for a while. And it's been really hilarious to see people who have very little or no direct contact with the band tell us how terrible we are at being journalists. For waiting for the band to, 100% confirm it. And there are some times where we know things or things are 80% positive, but you do, I don't know. It's absolutely bizarre. The kind of genitalia measuring contest that goes on with a band like this. And it totally misses the point of the band. The band is all about being super positive in a community, and then what do people do? They use it as an excuse to be total shitheads about it. And it's you missed the point. Congratulations, punk rock missed the point again. On to the next one,
If you can't be more awesome than someone else, I don't know why you're in this style of music. That's pretty much why I got involved entirely. So I don't know what your problem is.
Yeah, I'd almost rather suffer through a round of "they're the best dudes ever," which is my second least favorite thing to read on the internet. I'd rather suffer through that than people like strutting their punk cred around.
I gotta say, they are pretty great dudes.
I mean, they are pretty great dudes.
Some good dudes in this band.
Yeah, I mean, oh Jesus. Adam, do you have anything to say about this?
I don't know. Whenever Latterman comes up, I feel like I'm like just tossing my punk cred on the fire because I never really liked them. And I hate saying that because everyone's going absolutely crazy about them. And if I look at Latterman academically, I like them. Like, I like all the composite parts of it. I like most of the side project, or most of the projects that came after. I like the whole aesthetic that the band has. But when I sit down and actually listen to Latterman songs, I just keep saying to myself, I don't know, I just don't think this is really that good. And it has never occurred to me that it is. And the whole, Latterman broke up and all of a sudden they're like Lifetime bewilders me. And I don't begrudge them for it because, again, they're great dudes and they spawned a lot of bands. They've been, good for the scene. And if kids want to listen to them, awesome. But I don't know. It's never clicked for me, so I feel like I have nothing of value to add here.
Well, I mean, I think that's actually a really interesting point because I remember lots of people actually being like, I don't really get Latterman, and like not being into various parts of it. And it's been interesting that when they were around, they were not huge. Like, even after 3 records, they were not huge. And now looking at them, like Brian's big pet peeve about everything, Brian Yancey, our Floridian news editor, one of his pet peeves is how, like, now all you have to do is, like, play music that sounds like the second Latterman record and kids, like, go absolutely apeshit for you.
Yeah.
And it's weird. I don't know if they were ahead of their time and ushered something in, or everybody looks back at what the internet thought was awesome 3 years ago and then makes that. So then that, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I mean, we were in Turntable last night wasting time, and someone popped in and played a Latterman song, and all I thought to myself was like, yeah, all right, this still sounds like what I thought it sounded like, which was it's got that kind of, no idea sound, but it sounds like there's like 15 people singing it at the same time messily, and that's cool, but it's not my thing, and I don't quite get why it's so revolutionary. But again, I hate to speak ill of it because, you could be into way worse shit, so go Latterman.
Yeah, they could be into Tyler, the Creator. That'd be way worse.
Oh, he's really, he's missing. It's a metaphor. It's a metaphor for misogyny and homophobia. You think that's just what it is, but it's really a metaphor for that. So there, I'm pretty pretty excited about Tyler, the Creator, and Latterman playing together.
Yeah, that's gonna be Matt's gonna be stoked about that lineup.
Matt is gonna be into that. I hear Tyler's growing a rat tail for that performance. So.
All right, let's move on.
All right, next story. So
Anarchy
we are
hair.
talking about the Weasel again.